Hi guys, greetings of the day. This is Vijay Tavardhan and welcome back to my YouTube channel for learning a subject called as Fluid Power Engineering for 5th semester and Fluid Power Systems for 7th semester as per VTU syllabus. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, kindly subscribe. Also click on the bell icon to receive the latest lectures as and when it is going to be uploaded in my YouTube channel. And let's start the second session of this subject. In the second session, we are going to have a discussion on Pascal's law and its applications. Now, what is called as Pascal's law? A figure is there. Let us understand about it. Pascal's law states that the pressure applied on a confined fluid is transmitted undiminished in all directions and acts with equal forces on equal areas and right angles to them. And the figure shows the glass bottle filled with an incompressible fluid. A force of 10 Newton is applied to the stopper with the surface of 1 square centimeters, and this results in 10 Newton of force on every square centimeters. That is nothing but the pressure which is going to be applied, and the counterpart of the pressure is going to be the stress in case of a solids. If the bottom area has a 10 square centimeters, then the entire bottom receives 100 Newton of force. And how does the application of Pascal's law is going to happen? Let us understand this. In early stages of industrial revolution, a British mechanic by name Joseph Barma developed a hydraulic press using the Pascal's law. That shows by the figure. And Barma showed that a small force on a small area would create a large force on a larger area, which is a concept of force multiplication. And this figure shows the application of the Pascal's law to the hydraulic press. In this, the force of 10 Newton is applied on the 1 centimeter square, which develops a pressure of 10 Newton per centimeter square. And this pressure remains same throughout the continuous fluid and also acts on the piston of a larger area of 10 centimeter square. Since the force developed is the product of intensity of pressure and the effective area on which it is acting, the force developed on the larger piston will be the forces proportional to the areas of the piston. That is nothing but you can observe the load which is going to be lifted by the ram is going to be calculated by the 10 Newton into 10 Newton per centimeter square area, which is going to be taken as 100 Newton. Or in other words, the fluid can able to lift a load of 100 Newton, but however, the intensity of the pressure acting on the fluid will be always equal. That is nothing but 10 by 1 on the plunger side and 100 by 10 on the ram side, but the intensity of the pressure remains as 10. This is what the meaning. And this can be understood more simply. That is, this is similar to the simple movement of a force and the mechanical lever, which is as shown in the figure. The moment of the force about a piston is equal to the product of the force and the perpendicular distance of the line of action of the force and the point about which the movement is taken. If the length of the longer arm is 10 times the smaller arm, then the movement acting on the fulcrum to keep the whole arm horizontal be 0. That is nothing but 10 into 10x is equal to F into x, which is nothing but F is equal to 100 Newton. That is 100 Newton of load can be supported at the end of a smaller arm. Then to understand more clearly, we'll have a small problem on the same. A hydraulic press has a ram of cylinder 40 centimeter diameter and a plunger of 5.5 centimeter diameter as shown in the figure I am going to get it here, and find the maximum weight and the load that may be balanced by the press when a 600 Newton is applied on the plunger. That is, when a 600 Newton of force is going to applied on the plunger is going to move for the distance of S1 and the ram is going to lift it for the distance of S1. Because of this action, how much load is going to be lifted? That is what we need to understand. And according to the question which is given, the ram diameter is given as 40 centimeter, which will be converted as 0.4 meter. Similarly, plunger diameter 5.5 centimeter can be taken as 0.05 5 millimeter, and the maximum load that can be balanced or lifted W is equal to question mark, which we need to calculate, and the force applied, which is equal to be 600 Newton, that is the force on the plunger. Now let AR and AP be the area of the ram and the plunger and the ram accordingly. And according to Pascal's law, we know that the pressure exerted by the plunger on the oil must be equal to the pressure exerted by the oil on the ram. That is nothing but PR is equal to PP, where the pressure on the plunger is going to be calculated according to the mechanics of fluid. We can calculate force applied on the plunger divided by the perpendicular area, that is cross-sectional area of the piston or area of the plunger. That is, area of the plunger is going to be calculated by pi by 4 diameter of the plunger square. Why it is going to be taken this formula? Because the cross section of the plunger is going to be a circle. Henceforth, the circular cross sectional area is given by pi by 4 dp square. And upon substitution, that is 600, and the diameter of the plunger as 0.55 square. Upon the substitution, we will get the pressure on the plunger which is going to be generated is 252,543 Newton per meter square, or 2.52 bars in simple words. And in the same fashion, to calculate the pressure which is acting on the ram must be calculated by the force generated on the ram with respect to the area of the ram. But we don't know what is the force which is going to be acted on the ram. That is what we need to understand. Henceforth, we know that we can calculate the force when we multiply the pressure and the area of the ram is also going to be the cross-sectional area is circle, henceforth pi by 4 dr square. And according to the Pascal's law, we know that pressure on the plunger, which is also equal to the pressure on the ram. By equating this, we are going to replace the term PR as PP, and we also already calculated the value of PP, and upon substitution and simplification, we are going to get the load as 31.73 kilonewton or 31,735 Newton. That means for the given condition, when a force of 600 Newton is going to be applied on the plunger, this system can able to lift up to 31.73 kilonewton of weight. This is what the meaning of Pascal's law. And by this, I'm going to close the session, and thanks for listening with the patience. And if you are having any sort of doubts, feel free to use the comment section for further discussion. I will answer all your questions related to the topics covered in this session. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Signing off, Vijay Tavardhan. Thank you.